distinguished board members and management of Microfinance Support Center Limited, the distinguished directors of the One Islamic Finance Agency, MSC institutional partners, the media fraternity, our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Salam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I have the pleasure to address you, the entire Muslim community and the country at large, at this first Microfinance Support Center Iftar dinner, where the Microfinance Support Center is recognizing and honoring the Muslim community and the Islamic faith. This event indeed validates our national motto, for God and my country. Ladies and gentlemen, what is Ramadan that is being celebrated today? Ramadan is the total abstinence from food, drinks, and intimacy from dawn till sunset. It is the fourth pillar of Islam and the holiest month of the Islamic calendar, because the revelation of the Holy Quran took place during this month of Ramadan. Ladies and gentlemen, why do Muslims fast the month of Ramadan? We fast the month of Ramadan to celebrate the diversity, equality, brotherhood, and shared responsibility in order to treat others the same way we want to be treated. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran al-Karim. In chapter 49, verse 13, Ya ayyuhan nas, inna khalaqnakum min dhakarin wa untha, wa ja'alnakum shu'uban wa kaba'ira lita'arafu, inna akramakum 'inda Allahi atqakum, inna Allaha alimun khabir. Ladies and gentlemen, all the above reflect that Islam is promoting peace, justice, equality, and integrity, which are all the common principles across all divine arrangements. We have the same God, we are serving the same God, Muslims and non-Muslims, only that our understanding of that God differs. Ladies and gentlemen, how the COVID-19 has impacted on the Muslim community. COVID-19 pandemic has also adversely impacted our economy, especially the Muslim community, who occupy the largest informal sector of Uganda. Approximately 85% of businesses and small and medium enterprises have been pushed into dire need of government's business relief and liquidity from the financial institutions. According to the World Bank, COVID-19 pandemic has pushed as many as 150 million people into extreme poverty. That's why we need the serious interventions of government and the serious interventions of government agencies like Microfinance Support Center. Ladies and gentlemen, as you are aware that Islam is not confined to only acts of worship, that is praying, fasting, and pilgrimage to Mecca. Islam is a complete way of life that extends to commerce and other aspects of human life. Islam offers solutions through Islamic finance or Islamic banking. Muslims are not allowed by their faith to borrow from the existing conventional banking system. This is why the longest verse of the Quran is talking about the principles of Islamic banking, the principles of Islamic faith. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu ba'da a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu idha tadayantum bidaynin ila ajalin musamman faktubuh wal yaktub bainakum katibun bil adl wala ya'ba katibun an yaktuba kama 'allamahu Allah, up to the end of the verse. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Quran chapter 2 verse 282, to show you that Islamic banking is rooted in Sharia, and it is rooted in the Quran itself. When I come to Islamic banking and finance in Uganda, the status of Islamic banking and finance in Uganda, I thank the government of Uganda under the leadership of President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for his foresight, flexibility, willingness and openness to global trends, among others Islamic finance, when the government amended the existing legal framework to accommodate Islamic finance and Islamic banking in our existing laws. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see on the screen, a number of laws have been amended, and we have a regulation which has been purposely enacted to cater for the operationalization of Islamic finance and Islamic banking in Uganda. We have the Financial Institutions Islamic Banking Regulations 2018. We have the Tier 4 Microfinance Institutions and Moneylenders Act 2016, and the Insurance Act 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank the government of Uganda for all of those initiatives. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you are aware that although Muslims are a minority of the Ugandan community, but Uganda by registration is a member of OIC, as you can see in the picture there. By the year 2019, Islamic Development Bank Group operations in different sectors in Uganda had reached USD 3 billion. And as you can see up there, in fact, Uganda is the fourth from the right. Ladies and gentlemen, but we have Islamic finance operational, at least in Uganda, at the cooperative level, under the Microfinance Support Center. As commercial banks are still challenged with what Sharia governance framework to adopt, the Microfinance Support Center launched the implementation of Islamic microfinance in 2017. And the Microfinance Support Center has been at the forefront to become Uganda's Islamic finance hub and a reference for Islamic finance in the world. On this note, we thank the Islamic Development Bank, which has been represented here. We have a regional office now at Renzori House. We thank the Islamic Development who have fully supported Microfinance Support Center to roll out Islamic finance to its clients and in all government poverty alleviation programs such as Emyoga. And we hope that even the parish development model and other interventions shall also incorporate the Islamic finance as we have it in the Emyoga programs. Islamic finance has been an avenue that has expanded micro-funding choices to complement government policy of bringing affordable financial services closer to the active and the productive poor. Microfinance Support Center Limited, an institution that has implemented Islamic finance in Uganda. Microfinance Support Center is a government agency under the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, which was established in 2001 when the microfinance industry in Uganda was beginning to take shape as a promising tool to tackle poverty and ensure sustainability. The mandate of Microfinance Support Center is to provide microfinance services to microfinance institutions, cooperatives, savings and credit cooperative organizations. What is the need for Islamic cooperative to be embraced in Uganda? The cooperative and Islamic finance model have a common ideology, that is to say, finance is meant to serve but not to exploit the society. And number two, the risk, that risk is shared between the institution and its members. For over 30 years, ladies and gentlemen, Islamic cooperatives have mainly been set up in Muslim minority countries such as the United Kingdom. And the United Kingdom alone has operationalized and set up 22 fully-fledged Islamic cooperatives. These are Islamic circles alongside the Islamic Bank of Britain, which is called Rayyan Bank PLC, which was established to pioneer British Islamic banking in the year 2004. Ladies and gentlemen, it is unfortunate the Muslim community still lack the right information about cooperatives and Islamic cooperatives in particular. That is why majority of them are still financially excluded from the ongoing government poverty alleviation programs. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring to your attention that the operationalization of Islamic finance through cooperatives, really this is Islamic banking, because the cooperative principle means Islamic banking. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know any activity that a commercial bank is allowed to do that a cooperative is not allowed to do. So if government has been flexible and open to allow us to operate Islamic finance through Islamic cooperatives, indeed, that is a way how we can start operationalization of Islamic finance in Uganda. On this note, therefore, the case in point, we have some circles which have been launched right here in this very room, like the Hijaz Community Circle. We have the chairman here. He was recognized, Chairman Muhammad Kalisa, and the manager who recited the Quran when we were starting. So Islamic cooperatives, fully-fledged Islamic cooperatives have started in Uganda. And after just 2 weeks, another Islamic microfinance launched in the other room, in the other room there. That was Ustawi Islamic Microfinance. It means the government of Uganda and the authorities in Uganda are really open to allow the Muslim community operationalize Islamic finance in Uganda. These model Islamic circles and Islamic microfinance institutions are a perfect benchmark for establishment of many other fully-fledged Islamic circles should the Muslim community wish to embrace Islamic finance in Uganda. I wish to confirm to you and the government of Uganda that the establishment of more Islamic cooperatives shall create more avenue to onboard the Muslim community who have been financially excluded. In conclusion, the guest of honor, it is no doubt that this is the right time for Uganda to adopt Islamic finance, which is a global trend that has helped other countries to socially and economically transform their communities. Countries like the United Kingdom, they have adopted Islamic finance before us. Countries like the United States of America, they have Islamic finance. Germany, they have Islamic finance, Islamic banking. Russia, Denmark, Canada, Luxembourg, South Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, and all the countries most of the countries in Africa. There is no doubt that government of Uganda has also taken a good step to champion the implementation of Islamic finance itself through the Microfinance Support Center. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, the Islamic or Sharia compliant funds have benefited both Muslims and non-Muslims without religious discrimination. So this is an initiative which is not intended to serve only the Muslims. And indeed, I should mention to you, as a matter of fact here, that most of the beneficiaries from the Islamic portfolio are non-Muslims. If you need facts, you can come to my office. At my table, I show you the facts. More than 95% of the Islamic portfolio has been disbursed to non-Muslims. So it is an issue which is both for Muslims and non-Muslims. As government has been flexible to spearhead the operationalization of Islamic finance itself through Microfinance Support Center, I call upon the Muslim community, institutions, faith-based institutions, and the general public to embrace the Microfinance Support Center Islamic finance programs, and indeed the government of Uganda poverty alleviation programs in general. Lastly, on behalf of the Islamic Investment Unit, the Muslim community at the Microfinance Support Center, and the Muslim community at large in Uganda, I thank the Microfinance Support Center management and the board for organizing this event. And I am optimistic that the successes exhibited today shall make you accept to make Iftar dinner an annual calendar event year on year at Microfinance Support Center. For God and my country.
The Minister for Kampala and Metropolitan Affairs, Honorable Saida Bomba, a former Minister of Finance, who at one time was on the steering wheel for this as activities were going on. I give you special recognition now. Chairperson of the board and members of the board, the management team, in a special way, our ambassadors who have managed to make it to this occasion, our religious leaders, leaders of the different teams and institutions, people from the different government ministries, agencies, and departments. I've seen some. Members of Parliament present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, everybody. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On behalf of the holders of the Microfinance Support Center, I want to welcome you all, but also in a special way to thank the management for organizing this. Please, as you have said it, Chairperson of the board, it must now be part of our calendar for us to have this, and as we get rid of COVID, we should go even making the numbers bigger so that we bring in more people, and even next year we should even make it better by first having a workshop before, listen to them, pick their ideas, then crown it with this in the evening, and then we go to implement whatever we have agreed as resolutions on behalf of the people they lead. One must have wondered, how does Kasule Lumumba become a shareholder? According to the law, we have 3 shareholders. The shareholders, we have the Minister of Finance, the Minister for General Duties in the office of the Prime Minister, and also the Minister of State in charge of microfinance in the country. So it is in that category that we are, the 3 of us. That is Honorable Matia Kasaija as Minister for Finance, Honorable Kasule Justin Lumumba as Minister for General Duties Office of the Prime Minister, and also Honorable Haruna Cherimeka Solo as the Minister of State in charge of microfinance in this country. Those are involved in making sure our policies are implemented to the letter, but as they supervise the management team. On behalf of the Microfinance Support Center shareholders, it is a great honor to break the fast with you today. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. I stand here as Kasule Justin Lumumba, a shareholder, but my mother is Fatuma. Got married to a Catholic, gave birth to us, but maintained her faith, and we honor that. But because she cannot fast because of age, I also take advantage. We take advantage of that, and we make it on her behalf for the whole period you have Ramadan. When the Microfinance Support Center was established way back in 2001, it was meant to help what he's calling the macro and micro, but most importantly, the smaller ones, to access some cheap money, because we still have challenges to do with financing. You go to a bank, you want to invest, but you are given a commercial loan at 22. The successes have been registered, especially in the areas of the poverty alleviation projects and the rural microfinance support projects. But like I've said, we must do more to facilitate more than those we are facilitating today. Reaching out to many Ugandans out there who may even not be able. And I also want to take this opportunity at this time to say we are also in a discussion to see in the parish development model, we are not going to charge interest. Is that comfortable for you in your faith? Those are issues. Yes, we know it is a yes, but we want to see you nodding and saying yes, so that we don't have to affect you when it comes to your religion. For the last 20 years, the Microfinance Center has taken the lead on implementing the microfinance programs in line with the financial inclusion. As at December 2021, government through the Microfinance Center had invested 600 billion shillings in Ugandan-owned enterprises, creating job opportunities and increasing income streams for millions of Ugandans, both directly and indirectly. Is one other program that government has given full backing, and it's also one program that I want to say that there are so many people who are willing to partner with the government. So it has some good blood where we are connecting so well in terms of finances, especially in the Arab world, that they are willing to come and invest money to help the people, especially of your faith, to invest. And provided we pay back, it will be okay. So who would not want to have money minus interest to invest? That means we better get more organized, better organized, and we shall extend the horizon. We shall reach everywhere and make sure everybody takes advantage and invests without affecting his or her faith. I want to take this opportunity to thank you once again. We have to be as brief as we approach that. And I want to take this opportunity as a shareholder to invite Honorable Mr. Kabanda to come and address us because we are racing with time. Welcome, Honorable.
This function and all distinguished participants for honoring the invitations to come and share information, lessons, and pray together this evening. I further want to express my gratitude to Upload Microfinance Center, Microservice Center for championing the Islamic microfinancing based on principles of Sharia Islamic faith in the country. Other financial sector institutions had not fully embraced the initiative. So we are so happy as a Muslim community. Honorable Saida Bumba had started it, but since it has come back, we welcome it on board. Creation of Microfinance Support Center mandated to extend affordable microcredit funds to qualifying Ugandans with a focus on agriculture and the active poor and offer business development services to build capacity in enterprise and financial management, and enactment of the Financial Institutions Act 2016, thereby removing the prohibitions which were in the Financial Institutions Act 204 that were hindering Islamic banking and financing in the country. The government further put in place the Financial Institutions Regulations 2018 to operationalize the amended Act. Allow me also to inform you that the government of Uganda is implementing a number of programs and projects aimed at the eradication of poverty through creation of wealth and jobs for Ugandans. For instance, NADS, we have already talked about it, NADS program, Operation Wealth Creation, Myoga programs, and now the parish development model. Some of these are being implemented through the Microfinance Support Center, IGIM Yoga, and so many others. You've seen Honorable Kasolo moving around with yoga programs. In doing the above, we are moving forward to achieve the goal of the third National Development Plan, which is to increase household incomes and improve quality of life of Ugandans. This goal is in line with the Uganda Vision 2040 of the transformed Ugandan society from peasantry to a modern society. In conclusion, I wish to further appreciate the work being done by MSC with support of the Islamic Development and Government of Uganda, which is contributing to the achievement of government goals and objectives. So I appeal to the Muslim community and other non-Islamic faith believers to embrace the Islamic banking and financing and support the government programs and maximize the opportunities offered by such strategic initiatives and interventions. in order to increase household incomes and liberate themselves from working for stomach only. Echida Chonka by our President, our Excellency the President. I wish to take this opportunity also to thank you for my present. I've received it, microfinance. You've sent me a big present, a surprise. Thank you so much. I wish you a happy Eid and end of Ramadan, God willing, for God and my country. So let's continue praying for our country and the rest of other people. Thank you so much.